Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Friday, February 12th, 2010. This morning I wanted to go through string APIs, and the interesting thing is when you get to class string, you'll find that most of the APIs you would expect to find aren't actually in class string. What you need to do is go to the hierarchy, go one level up to character array, and this is where you will find most of the stuff. And what I'm going to do is select all of the packages that are in here. So I'm going to select this first one down here at the bottom, top one too, get everything, and that'll give you the entire API across all the packages that are making up character array. Give you an idea what's in here. You can turn a string into a file name by sending as file name. So if I have a string that is the path to a file, as file name will give me back a file name object. I can send things like as lowercase and as number. I can send things like as symbol. And those are all conversions that are pretty easy to understand. You can just go through here and browse these. The more interesting ones are a little further down. If you scroll down to the C's, this is all in alphabetical order, you'll find things like change from to with, or chop to. So you can do some conversions on string objects and do character substitution, substring substitution, chopping strings down to size. And what I'm going to do is move this out of the way and show you these over here. And again, to find these, go into class character array. So let's go into a workspace. I'm going to create a string object, Cincom Systems Incorporated, because it has a lot of vowels in it and it's fairly long. And then I'm going to send chop to. What this does is here. Let's do a printf. It chops down to the first few and the last character. So it chops it down to size. So if you were going to build your own version of a trim for shortening URLs, you might use something like this. Contract to 5. Now up here, I'll go up to that method here. Shorten by an ellipsis if it's too long. So that'll shorten it down with a ... kind of thing. So we'll do this. First character, last character, ... D. You know, you've got all that. Drop vowels at this, starting backwards from 5. So again, I'll go down here in the browser. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'll go over here. Drop the last N vowels. So this will start from the back. It's kind of an interesting API. It doesn't work exactly the way you might expect it to. You might expect drop vowels with no argument, but it does the last N. So let's do that and see what happens. Drop the last 5. And we get Cincom Systems, and then incorporated is chopped with all the vowels removed. Now find string does exactly what you'd expect. Find the string com starting at 1. It'll give you the position in the string of that there. So it'll give me back 4 because 4 characters in I have com. So that's what you would use if you were building an editor or something that was going to do string scanning. You might use this API here. Copy without. Now this is something that a lot of people make a mistake with. Do this, print it. Notice that it didn't work. And that's because copy without doesn't copy without a character string. It copies without a character. So if I want to copy this without the character C, I'm going to get Cincom Systems Incorporated. Whereas if I want to do a copy replace of a substring, that's where I use copy replace all with, and I do this, and you'll see that instead of Cincom, I'm going to get Cinfoo out of this because I replaced com with foo. And those are a subset of the APIs. Now again, if you want to take a look at these yourself, what you do is you go to string, go to the hierarchy view, go one up to character array. This is where most of the stuff is. Although if you go up here to sequenceable collection, this is where you're going to get all the stuff that is inherited from collection itself. So you get all these all but first, all but last, any as array, all of these kinds of things. But if you're looking specifically for the string matching type stuff, that's going to come in here in class character array for the most part. You'll find very little of it in class string. Most of it will be here. Just start scrolling through and look at the APIs. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.